Yo guys, what's up? It's Gaz, welcome to the Warframe video. So today I have a kind of random video for you, all things considered. I'm going to be showing you guys the twin Kohmak, which is a pretty random weapon, honestly. It's like two little mini combs in the pistol slot that you can use. And as you can see right here, we have low crit chance, decent crit multiplier, a relatively low damage fall off at 12 to 24 meters. So that's a big problem with this thing. 6.67 fire rate, 80 magazine, no innate multi-shot, a lot of punch through a base. Look at that, 1.5 meters of punch through a base, 2.2 reload, 69% status chance, nice. And then we've got mostly slash weighted on this weapon. So you might be like, why are you making this video? This weapon has been out for like over a year. It's so random that you're even making this right now. Well, guys, after the status changes to like just the game in general from Warframe Revised, you can get really high status chance builds on this thing. Do keep in mind, this is not entirely truthful. It's like, I think it's the first initial firing of this is how much status chance you get here, 193, and then it goes down, scaling inverse or negatively with fire rate. So, yeah, you're not going to get 193% status chance on every shot, but you're still going to get a lot of status chance on here. And another reason I'm making this video is because I have a ridiculous ribbon for this thing. I want to show you guys how that works too. So, this is the build I would recommend. You don't need to go into crit at all. If you don't want to go into crit, you can actually just run like, you could run another dual stat there. You could run a Bane mod. You can run, honestly, like, there's a lot of things. Embedded Catalyzer is kind of decent on this, funny enough. You cast an ability, 90% status chance while aiming for 9 seconds. I'm usually always aiming with these things, so that could be relatively decent. And really, there's a lot of personal preference allowed here. Lethal Momentum will give you more damage fall off, but you're going to want to put that in the Excellence slot. But the problem with this weapon is you actually kind of need steady hands on this thing to not have it flying all over the place. So I'll quickly show you guys it with steady hands and without. Alright, so let's spawn these 170 gunners in here, like, you know, like these very realistic enemy levels that you see in every Kuva mission in the game. I'm kidding, of course. So there you go, that's with Stabilizer. Not really any bad recoil. A big problem with this thing is an ammo pool issue. So you have 80 rounds in the magazine, and it shoots through ammo real fast, and we only have 240 in reserve. So, yeah, you're going to run out of ammo a lot of the time on this thing, unless you're picking it up constantly. Maybe you're running Carrier, maybe you're running an ammo mutation mod. Another good Excellence mod for this is Primed Ammo Mutation. One of the only weapons in the game I'd actually recommend the Prime version, because the normal just might not be enough. So we'll take off steady hands here, and then you'll see how the recoil is and how it will affect our DPS. Alright, I just OCD have to pick up an energy orb. It doesn't make it harder to control, but look at the frickin' screen. The screen is flying all over the place, like you're in an Eidolon fight. Yeah, that makes me a little bit nauseous. So you're going to really want to run Stabilizer on this thing. But as you see, it's tearing through these guys pretty well. This is not a Kuva weapon, mind you. This is a normal weapon. I believe this comes from Kayla to Fame, the boss fight. So you can drop the blueprint there. And it's a bit of a pain in the butt to build it, to be honest. But I consider it worth it. The comb is one of my favorite weapons, so using this thing is like a pistol version of the comb, and it in some ways it's better than the comb. It's not better than the comb. Let me stop myself there. It's not better than the comb, but you get access to Hornet Strike, which gives you additional damage versus the Serration. You know, I'm not going to really be able to sell you on this one because the comb has higher base damage overall. But let's get over that. Let's put on the Riven mod, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So we've got critical chance, multi-shot, damage, and minus infested. So pretty much ideal stats in my opinion. Maybe minus zoom would be better, but dude, I'm going to one-shot the infested anyway. So, and keep in mind, we're running corrosive and heat. You can run viral and heat just fine. All you got to do is switch one mod around. You switch this one to the cold version, and there you go, 193% status chance with viral and heat. Going to be really good, and they both kill these 170s in basically the same amount of time. So, and by the way, that 90% toxin mod, it's going to make it so you're more likely to proc your toxin-based elemental. Because the heat's okay, but we don't want to stack up the heat, really. We want the heat to just be like an afterthought, because it's going to give us after one tick of the heat proc, it will actually melt the enemy's armor off by 50%. So here we go with the crit Riven mod. This thing is not really a crit weapon, like I said, crit weapon, like I said, but you can definitely make it a crit weapon with a Riven, and not even with you don't even need a Riven to make it a crit weapon, really. It's to do just fine. So this is the viral build. Not exactly the best elemental type against gunners, but it's still working pretty well. And as you can see, they're getting loaded up with tons of status. That was from 2 bullets right there. She's got 12 procs. So, yeah, pretty good. Top into a mission here. I think I'm going to go back to the corrosive build for the mission. But, like I said, they both work really, really well. And by the way, guys, this thing's Rivens did not get nerfed. So hooray for me, and anyone that has a good twin Kohmak Riven. Alright, so we're going to play Trinity because Trinity looks cool with this deluxe skin. And that's the only reason. Let's check out the Trinity build here. Now, mind, we were running corrosive projection for those tests. Keep that one in mind. Totally defiled test, am I right? This build should be fine. That's not a very good build, but it will be fine. And we're going to do a Koopa Flood. Hopefully it's not Ambulous, or I'm going to rage quit. So yeah, guys, hope that you are having a good weekend. Hope that you're getting your Arcanes, getting your R5 Energized, getting your R5 Avenger, Grace, etc., etc. Scarlet Spear is on console now, so that's pretty fun. Oh, minus Infested on the Infested. Let's try this out. Yeah, but as far as good stats for this thing, I'd say that like damage multi-shot and damage multi-shot, maybe even fire rate. This thing does need a fire rate mod, or it feels really sluggish. But then again, too much fire rate would be kind of ridiculous, so you probably don't want to put too much fire rate on here. But yeah, I'd say damage multi-shot is a good start, and then something like minus zoom, minus infested, definitely not plus recoil. As you saw with we took off stabilizer, plus recoil makes it like it's like Godzilla is approaching the generator or something like that. It's pretty bad. But, you know, this thing can definitely do some good damage. And unfortunately, it's just the infested. Once we find the siphon, we'll be able to test out the damage on some actual Grenier. Because the infested, it's like, they're going to die regardless. Now, these two, that was, how many meters was that? That was probably, like, damage fall-off range right there. Yeah, it was over 12, so you're going to definitely get some damage fall-off. That's something you have to just keep in mind with a shotgun, honestly. Cat's getting surrounded. We really need that minus damage while reloading, or minus damage while reviving Arcane, huh, guys? Very important stuff. And there's the siphon. Alright, let's give this a shot here. So 2 shots to kill that level 80 Lancer. Guardian will be a good thing to test out here. And that was... I had to spool up a little bit, to be honest. Yeah, damage multi-shot going to be your best stats, because it's not really a crit weapon. I try to make it a crit weapon because I rolled a really good Riven for crit, but, yeah, it would not really recommend overall, but they are very fun weapons, I'd say. If you like the comb, and you want to use, like, a different primary while you're using the comb at the same time, definitely give this thing a shot. Like I said, it's one of the harder weapons in the game to build. I believe the normal Kohmak takes a Forma to create it in the Foundry, and you need 2 of those, and I'm pretty sure it takes another Forma to combine them together. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of resources and time to build this thing. And it's also relatively high MR. I think it's like MR 10, which I guess some people could call that high MR. And then the it's pretty good. I usually am like giggling when I'm firing this thing because it shreds. And if we had this like a big group of enemies, they would be getting mowed down en masse. Which is the reason I play this game, is because I'd like to destroy tons of enemies at the same time. Because yeah, that 1.5 punch through, like as you see, we're not really noticing it that much here, but if there's multiple enemies in a row, you will notice it for sure. Shut. What the hell happened there? Speaking of Godzilla, I don't know if any of you guys are Magic the Gathering fans, but this is going to be really random, but I am a small fan of Magic the Gathering. I don't really buy the cards anymore, but they're making a Godzilla crossover with Magic the Gathering, which is the most random, nerdy thing ever, but dang is that cool. Because I am a huge Godzilla fan, or at least I used to be. I haven't really seen the new movie with that girl from Stranger Things, but the old Toho films I love, like Godzilla vs. Destroya, that's probably my favorite one. And Biolante has a cool design, but the Biolante movie was kind of trash, to be honest. TBH, Biolante movie kind of trash. The Biolante looks cool. And then, I mean, there's other ones like Space Godzilla, Okay, we're going to stop with the Godzilla talk. But basically, yeah, there's a new Magic the Gathering set with Godzilla cards, and it is the nerdiest, most awesome thing ever. Also, guys, I'm going to start watching, since we're just talking about nerd stuff right now, I'm going to be starting the anime, I got reincarnated as a slime. Finally been recommended it enough, I'm going to check it out. And I started on Naruto, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stuff here. So Naruto's going to be in my back pocket for the future. But, not going to really be binging that anytime soon. Did like 5 episodes in Naruto, and yeah, but I'm just going to like maybe chill on it a little bit. Reincarnated as a slime is like not that many episodes, so I can get through that one pretty quickly too. So yeah, but basically, would I recommend this to you guys? I would recommend this to you guys if you are a fan of the comb. If you are not a fan of the comb, it's not really worth all the investment. Like I said, it's hard to build this thing. It takes like multiple formas to build the Kohmak, put them together, and then this build is like 5 or 6 forma as well. So it's like 8 forma. So if you buy one of those each for 20 plat, which no one really does, that's like over 100 plat for this weapon, for this build too. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend that to you. But like I said, if you want a comb in the secondary slot, look no further. There's a normal Kohmak, which is just one of them, and it has higher rivet disposition. But it's, look at the stats. So we've got less fire rate, half the magazine, and it honestly is very similar, to be honest. But, you know, this one feels cooler, all right? Don't at me. Hope you guys found this video helpful. A bit of a random video, like I said, but I'm trying to test something with the Tonkor currently, and I could not replicate the thing I was trying to get going on with the Tonkor in mission reliably. So maybe that one will be tomorrow. Maybe we'll get Nightwave back, and I'll stop going crazy wishing for Nightwave to come back. And yeah, either way, guys, I'll talk to you next video. Make sure you check out the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Gaz_TTV. Might be streaming today, we'll see. And yeah, I've gotten back into trading because I'm that bored. So also make sure you check out, sub to the channel and like it. Bye, guys. Love you all. Peace. Not all of you, of course, but some of you.